Hey guys, so I'm back with another video. I have been planning this one for practically a year. It's finally an update of what's in my kit and new Traincase video, my professional makeup kit. So with COVID, everything changed with makeup. I've actually filmed probably 5 videos about how I repack my kit, how I clean my kit, how I create a micro kit, how I've kind of like shifted things around, sanitation and all that. So I have been like playing with this new Traincase and this new organization method for a while, just to make sure it's something I can really like. And I've used it for a couple months and I can say like this is gonna stay. There are pros and cons to it, and I'll share everything that I purchased to like kind of get this new case together. It's right here, by the way. So I'll have everything linked down below. It's usually to like my Amazon store. And I also bought a bunch of new makeup too. I was just like, I was going for it. I was like, I'm gonna redo my kit. I'm going on maternity leave in like another month or so. So I'm glad I kind of got this taken care of. I have a few kind of straggler gigs, and then I actually have like some weddings after I come back from maternity leave, so everything is nice and done. So let's go ahead and start with the kit. So I'm gonna put the camera a little bit closer to the Traincase so you guys can see. Okay, so this is the Relavel extra large makeup mall. That's what a lot of people call it, or it's a Traincase. I used to have the Zuka. I've had like so many different rolling Traincases, but this is actually just like a kind of like briefcase style with a strap. You can convert the straps to make a backpack, but I don't feel like they're strong enough for that. So what I usually do is I use the shoulder strap or carry it from here, or lately, because I'm really pregnant, I've been putting it on a little cart and I just kind of drag it around with me, like either like a foldable pulling cart or like a luggage cart of some sort. So the extra large fits all of my makeup. I've really downsized, made a micro kit, but literally have so much makeup in it, it's so heavy. They have a backpack version, but I've kind of heard mixed reviews about how you can't hold as much or it doesn't stay flat. The reason I like this one though is because you can work directly out of it, and like it makes setup so like almost non-existent, clean up fast, and you don't need a lot of table space. So we'll go ahead and start at the top compartment. They also have this in some different materials, like there's like a leather-like one, which I believe is like a marble, but I wanted to keep it black. I wish they had one that was like black leathery, so that way it's easier to wipe down, because you know that's like the thing with COVID, non-porous surfaces are easier to sanitize, but I make do. Okay, so this is my top compartment right here. I have a bunch of these individual envelopes. This is from Create Safely's pocketbook. These are the envelopes that go inside here. I actually bought a whole bunch more just from Amazon, like empty envelopes, because I find they're really useful. So I have the label maker on all of them, a label. At first I used to use the white and then put Scotch tape on it, and then eventually just got the clear because that one is like shiny and you don't have to put Scotch tape on, and you can sanitize outside. So I have these organized by whatever it is. So inside here I have a bunch of palettes, meaning like, actually they used to be steel palettes like this, but I upgraded recently to acrylic palettes. Seems like everybody's doing that, just so you can kind of see if you want to match foundations. I'm testing that out still. I have some metal spatulas as well as some plastic throwaway ones, as well as Graftomium palette paper, which is kind of new. So this is like throwaway paper. Yeah, and I keep these separate. I also keep some palette knives in my individual brush cases that I'll show you. In here I have sponges, Q-tips, puffs. So I have my disposable alcone puffs. I don't do beauty blenders anymore because they're not able to be cleaned all the way unless you dedicate that to a client. I also have a lot of oil blotting sheets in here. My Q-tips are in this little travel hard case I got from the travel section. I also have some puff sponges in here, like finger ones, which you can actually wash those in the washing machine. And I also have some makeup bullets, which are these little finger sponges that you can put on your finger. These you can sanitize because they're not completely dense, they're hollow in the middle, so you can clean through them. And I also put that in the washing machine. So sponges, I also have makeup pads, like cotton rounds for like cleansing and toning the skin. So those are right in here. They fit really perfectly in these little pockets. Here I have hair clips. I definitely suggest that you get multiple of these because I always seem to like lose them. My clients forget to give them back to me. But I like these ones because they don't crimp the hair. I need to get some more. I have some sitting in my Amazon cart. But I also have disposable headbands, hair ties, and rubber bands for people who hold back their hair. Here I have PPE, meaning disposable face masks and gloves. So that way, if I forget one or my client needs one, I have them. I usually come with like a cloth mask or a KN95 mask, so that's what I've been wearing a lot lately. Okay, so then behind here you have this mesh one right here. And I kind of have like some odds and ends. These are all like individually packed kind of like to-go kits for my clients. So I'll have blotting sheets, disposable lip container, a little 5-gram jar to put their lip product, Q-tip, etc. Sometimes I'll even put powder to go for them so they can touch up. So I find having those pre-packed and just I can give them to my clients, that works out. And then I also have my business cards right here within easy reach. In here I have some other like kind of odds and ends. I always carry now separate scissors because people always want to borrow scissors, and I don't want to let them use my nail scissors for my lashes because I need those. So I have scissors, pen. I carry this big thing of lotion because this is what I'll use on the body or the hands as opposed to using like my expensive face moisturizer. I started carrying an eyelash curler. I do not curl my clients' lashes with these. I use one of the individual Asian lash curlers, but I find that sometimes clients want to curl their own lashes, so I'll have this just in case. I don't really use that a lot. It's just like a just in case kind of thing. And then this last pocket right here, this is my cleaning kit right here. So this is everything I need to sanitize and clean surfaces. So I have in here, this is actually hand soap that I put in this little lip gloss jar. Of course, hand sanitizer. I have Perion Spirit brush cleaner, which I will use for an individual client brush. I don't use them to clean brushes between clients anymore. Now I carry a brush set for every client. I have alcohol, 70% isopropyl alcohol. Beauty So Clean sanitizing spray, which I'll clean my powder palettes with. I put all of them in these small little jars from Amazon, or these little sprays, because they're small. And I have the bigger containers at home and I can fit a lot of different products in here. And then lastly, this is hand sanitizer spray. So it depends. Sometimes I'll use a gel sanitizer, sometimes I'll use the spray. And then I have wet ones. I used to carry surface cleaner to clean like the surface of the makeup area that I'm putting my makeup on top of. I might put that back in there, but right now I'll also use just alcohol or the wet ones. And then in this case I have makeup remover, so I carry individual Neutrogena wipes. I have cleansing balm right here, like that I put in a little airless pump, micellar water, and then a little spray bottle. I also have the Oil of Olay cleansing wipes, which are water activated, and you can just like completely wash your whole face or exfoliate with that. So I swear by those. So I just carry enough just for my clients, and I'll refill that. As you can see, it's a lot of product, but it's just small quantities of it. Okay, and then this right here, so this is where I keep my brushes. So I've been using these flat ones from Amazon. These are actually kind of like cups. So it goes like this, and it folds down, and you can use it as a cup. So this is really handy because it stores it flat without the bulkiness of a cup. This part is plastic, so you can easily clean that and then put it away. So this is actually 2 separate brush sets. I will bring more if I need to, and they just fit so slim right here. So I used to use the Cazzetti vessels, but I found they were a little bulky for my kit. But sometimes I'll bring those in like a little backpack or something like that. This is a silicone placemat I got from Amazon. This is what I put on my surface prior to doing makeup. It's really easy to clean. I used to use a towel, but I find this is slimmer. So I'll spray the makeup surface, wipe it off, put this down, spray it, and then the makeup goes on top of this. And it's pretty big, but it just folds down nicely. Okay? Then in here I have a UV sanitizer wand. I don't really use this on set, but I have it just in case. And then I have a bunch of these individual wipe tissue containers from Amazon. I have baby wipes for cleaning my hands, paper towels, tissues, and I have another one which is not in there, which was for, it used to be for sanitizing wipes, but now you just carry the small pack of wet ones now. This is just like an empty trash bag. I had a disposable trash bag, like a pop-up one that I bought for like, it was like a car one that has a lid, and it went missing. So I have to get another one of those. But if you look in my Amazon store, it's linked there. What you're supposed to have is a covered trash can, like on set. But if I don't have that, what I'll do is I'll just put my trash in like a little bag like this, or I'll carry the doggy trash bags and tie them off. But I'm going to get another trash bag thing from Amazon. I'll show you a picture of what it looks like. Something like that, and it's like a cup, but it smushes down with an elastic, but it has a lid, and you just put like those doggy trash bags in there. Okay, this is like all emergency stuff for my client. So I have everything from pads, tampons, Tide pens, files, safety pins, fashion tape, sewing kit, scissors, nail polish remover, safety pins, everything like that. And this is like, this saves the day with a lot of weddings. So that just stays right there. And I have a Quest bar. It's really important to have snacks and your own water on a gig. I usually bring that separately because you just never know if you'll get a break or if they'll provide food. So just be on the safe side. I just throw that in there. And this is pretty much everything in this case. I just grabbed this because I have the other one upstairs, like in my bag that I'm bringing to my gig tomorrow. But I also like to carry one of these clear bags to put dirty brushes in. So they're really easy to clean because they're plastic. So you can sanitize them after you're done cleaning them. So that will stay in there too. Okay, so that's the top. A lot of the times what I'll do when I'm working a gig is I'll get whatever I need out of there as I need it. But I'll take the brushes out and the placemat out. And then this is the main compartment. So I'll work from the main compartment like this. Okay, so I'll have the silicone placemat on the table if I have room for it with my brushes, and I'll keep everything in here and work from it. Sometimes I don't have any table space. I've had some gigs where I've literally just put stuff on top of here, and because it's kind of everything's relatively flat, it works. So let's start with this top portion right here. Okay, so this is like meant for brushes, I think, but that wouldn't be sanitary to have them all out in the open. So I just have makeup product here. I have a bunch of Laura Mercier jumbo pencils, which make it really great for bases, eyeshadow, eyeliner. The way I use these is I take them usually and I smash it on a palette, and I use a brush, so that way I'm not like touching the client's face because it's a little hard to clean those. And then I have a bunch of eye pencils according to category, color, Makeup Forever, and some random brands. And then I have like my neutrals right here, like my black, brown, nudes, and whites. I love these little cream glittery eyeshadows. So again, I just take this and I'll either use a disposable applicator or put this on a palette and then use a brush. I also recently started putting my mascaras and brow gels right here, as well as tweezers, scissors, lash applicator, mascara guard, because I use them every single time and it's really easy to just grab them right here. Then on this side I have lip pencils. I had to downsize this tremendously. I used to have so many more, but I found like I don't need all of those, so I have like kind of pinkies, like reds, brights, vampy, and then I have my go-to brown nudes right here. Okay, and then behind here there's also another zipper, so I kind of keep things that are long that I can grab. So I always carry a fan in case the client's hot. You have to be careful with this though, because these go off missing. That's happened to me one time. And I carry a long mirror. This one I got as PR from Milk, and I like it because it's like indestructible, so it won't crack. So it's really nice. I also carry, again, things that are kind of long, safety pins. Again, I even already have those. I carry some straws and silverware to go. So I need to refill these, so I'm going to take that out. So I give my clients the straws after I'm done so that they don't mess up their lipstick, and it's like, they always love that. So that's what's behind there. I don't put a lot behind there because I don't see it, and I don't want to like forget it's there. Okay, so these straps, they adjust so they can fall back a little bit more, but I'm on a stiff chair, so it's just what it is. So now this is the main big daddy compartment. So I'm going to show you what's in here. Okay, so all the makeup is in here, and I found that the thing that works best for me is keeping it in its own compartment so they're not exposed to the air, and they're labeled so they're easy to see. And when I need something, it's like I just grab the one box and I work from it and then I put it back. So like I said, I've worked from this without any table space and I've been okay. So I used to actually I had a whole bunch of like vinyl clear acrylic bags, but I found that they were like sticking to each other, so they didn't slide out or go back in easily. So I ended up replacing them with a whole bunch of these different pencil kind of boxes. I had to buy different sizes and like kind of trial and error to make them fit according to the product. So I'm just going to start from here to here to here. So this pencil case I had to buy specifically for lips because my lip products were like chunky. I tried depotting lip glosses, but it was like a fail. So instead, this is what I did. So again, label maker, lips, clear, you can see it, you can sanitize it, it's non-porous. So I put a couple of lip products in here. There are these little dropper jars I saw somebody did on Instagram, but they're a little hard to get out, but they work. But I wouldn't put all of mine in there because they're kind of like hard to get out. Then I did these guys, which are like the empty lip gloss jars, which you'll see, lip gloss tubes, which are really affordable, you'll see a lot. But they only work with like big squeezy lip glosses where you have a lot of product, not like wand ones, because there's not enough product in here to depot. And that's why this one is a fail from Juvia's Place, because there wasn't enough product to depot. This one though is a matte clear gloss. There was enough in that squeezy tube to put it in this squeezy tube. And it is smaller. This is like the 5 gram or the 5 milliliter versus a bigger one from MAC, which was like that big. So I did save some space. Again, this was a Pixie liquid lipstick, kind of a fail because there wasn't enough product, but I can actually open this up, and this is what I do. I take out the little squeezy part and I just use a disposable lip applicator and I scoop it out. But what you really should do is leave this part in the little dough foot and you just squeeze it out, or whatever that's called. I ended up buying this one full-size one because I like it so much from Juvia's Place. It's called Caramel Rose, and I failed to depot it, so I bought another one. And then I bought a whole bunch of Fenty mini lip glosses, which are really small, but they're kind of chunky. So I needed something that was deep enough to carry them, and my other boxes didn't have them. So I bought these on sale on the Fenty website. People love Fenty, so it's kind of like makes them happy when you see them. They're pretty good. I have a range of colors. I don't need a million shades of lip gloss, so all of these work. So everything kind of fits back in here. It shouldn't be too big of a struggle to fit them back because there's enough space. Okay, and it snaps together. So that's lips. Next thing is powder highlights. So you'll see a bunch of boxes that are this size. I really downsized. I used to have a whole Z palette full of shimmer highlighters, and I just got rid of them because I wasn't using them. I switched more to liquids. So I just have one that I use from Ofra, and it has multiple shades in it. So sometimes I'll just pick up the individual shade according to skin tone, or I'll just mix them together. So I really downsized that. This is a powder that I like to keep in here for touch-ups. This is an Urban Decay All Nighter. Really good powder. It's waterproof. And then I have a little loose one. This is a loose powder shimmer. I don't remember what the brand is, but I like it. And I put it in this little sifter, which you'll see this is where I keep all my pigments and glitters. And then I have this MAC. This is old. This is the Pearl cream color base. I don't really use this, so I'm probably just going to take that out. So I have room in here for other stuff to grow if I need to. The next one is liquid illuminator. So this is where most of my face shimmer comes from. So I used, again, the empty 5 milliliter lip gloss tubes, and I had a whole bunch of pumps, which take up so much room, or bigger squeezy tubes. So I just put them in these smaller ones, and I just label them. So I have a whole bunch of different brands. I have NARS, I have Pixie, Melanie Mills, L'Oreal, Estee Lauder. Various colors according to skin tone. I probably have too much, to be honest, but I have a little bit of an addiction to these. I like to place some underneath foundation for like an underlighting technique. I'll mix them with foundation, or I'll put them on top of foundation, or I'll use them on the body. So it really makes the skin glow very subtly and very naturally. Next up, I have the Makeup Forever HD foundations. So again, these are notoriously, the caps notoriously fall off of those. So I had been depositing them for years, but I had them in like bigger containers. So I switched them to these guys and they work out fine. So I have a couple different shades from light, medium to dark. I really like these foundations a lot. I've been thinking about repurchasing the Revamp formula. Let me know if you guys like that one. So that's like one of my go-to liquids. I only use 2 liquids and you'll see them in a second. The next one is the other liquid I use, which is the Janessa Myricks Vision Cream Cover. So I love how these already came in the small individual squeezy tubes. That's amazing for makeup artists, and a little goes a long way. So this is the warm set. I'm thinking about buying the neutral set. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I love these for like my deeper skin tones, and I use the Makeup Forever ones for my lighter to medium tan skin tones. Okay, so then I also have liquid blush and correctors. So inside here I have a couple of Glossier Cloud Paint blushes, which I love. Like, I love those. A couple of Makeup Forever liquid correctors that you can mix into foundation or whatever to adjust. And then I also have 2 new Vision Cream Cover, or these are the Janessa Myricks Vision Flush liquid blushes. So those are new, so I'm still testing those out. But they fit perfectly in here. So I could get some more colors if I like. I'm just testing those out though. So that's like all the liquids. And then I have my individual lashes in here, as well as lash glues. So this was, it's a little bit loose in here, but at least it snaps, you know, it's not going to open. So what I did was I took the individual lashes and I kind of cut them to remove like the excess kind of square edges. And then I have these individual eyeliner applicators to use with my lash glues, because you shouldn't use the wand in here, even though you might be tempted because it's not really clean. So instead I have a bunch of these lash liner disposables. I have my traditional duos. I have tweezers, nail scissors, and then I also have, this is the individual eyelash curler that I do use to curl lashes. And this little lash guy right here, these are like the little thicker Kiss lash individual lashes. Okay. So this one fits all in here. And then this one just says eyes. I used to have this in a pouch. But these are my go-to eye products I use a lot, like on every single client. Inside here, I have my eyeshadow bases, which I started using the NARS and Smashbox one. So I have a light shade and a deeper shade for different skin tones, and then the clear Urban Decay, the clear NARS one. I have pencil sharpeners. The MAC ones are really good, y'all. Again, some more tools, shadow shields, my Inglot gel liner, which I use on everybody. More scissors, lash comb. So just like little eye stuff that I'll use on every client. I use this with every single, like I'll open this for everybody. So it just made sense to keep it together. Okay, so then this is brow, so I really downsized this one a lot too. Used to have more pencils, but I just kind of ended up going with these ones. So there's a mix of Anastasia, NYX, MAC, Hourglass, Kevyn Aucoin, Tarte. And those sit on the top. And then underneath here, this hasn't changed. This is my Z palette with my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow powders. There are 2 extra that didn't fit from the original palette, but I don't need all of them, so I use that. I have my spoolies for brows specifically, and I just bought this new brow soap from Amazon, which I'm also testing out. So I also have my clear lash gel sitting up here. There's a clear lash gel right here, as well as a clear mascara that I'll use for brows too. And when I say clear lash gel, I meant clear brow gel. As well as that brow soap. So like I said, usually things are kind of they're hitting on here. I need to pull this out a little bit so that way it doesn't keep bumping. So let me do that. Yeah, so it's not getting in the way. Okay, so this one I haven't changed. This is how I keep my powders, and I'm going to keep it like this because this works for me. This is a Make It Forever powder stacker. I've changed out the powders recently though. I have more NARS powders in here, which I love. More Laura Mercier. So I have light to deep translucent powders for setting. And I just keep it in this bag just in case for some reason it leaks. So easy breezy. So that just fits right in there. And then this is new to my kit. These are the Perfect palettes. It's a Canadian brand. Oh shoot. This thing definitely shouldn't be loose like that. Okay. So these are my Woman of Color bronzers. So I went from Z palette to some of these because I feel like these are smaller. They don't crack like some of the Z palettes, so I'm testing these out. But these are like my deeper shades for Women of Color bronzer, kind of shimmers. So I have Beauty Bakery, Rocky Cazzetti. Yeah, that's what those brands are. Okay, so this is powder, but really I have what I really love these for are my creams. So this was a major project. So inside here, I have it labeled on the back what the brands are. But I have Danessa Myricks Balm Contour, Eve Pearl Correctors, Graftobian, a couple different Graftobian palettes. So they're kind of organized like that. But they all fit in here, and this has been wonderful for space saving. And there's probably like 100 shades in here. So I love it. I'm obsessed with these Danessa Myricks Balm Contours for especially nose contour, because nose contour was always kind of tricky for me, and these are so subtle, they blend so beautifully. So like I said, they go from the correctors to the ultra lights from a Graftobian, more correctors. Those are Eve Pearl, these are Graftobian correctors. Then I have the, I had to choose, but I have warm neutral shades from the Graftobian Super Cream palettes. I'll never give up my Graftobian foundations. I also have my lipsticks, and I did the same thing. So I have Danessa Myricks Feminist and Nudist palettes, Viseart lipsticks, Graftobian, Anastasia, and Pink Digger. And I have all the lipsticks you could need. Oh, and I love having the corrector or the adjuster shades from Anastasia at the bottom, as well as like a white and a black. That just really makes it any color I need. So these are really great. And then I also have, I downsized. I used to have a full big domed Z palette with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Naturals, but now I just picked 4, I eliminated 2 shades, and they fit in here too. So even though this is really slim, it actually fits mineralized powders, which is really nice. So those are my Perfect palettes. I have 2 Viseart palettes. I tried depotting one of these before, but I kind of broke a bunch. So I just bought some new ones because I got them on sale. I don't really use this one as much, but they don't take a lot of space. So, and I like how they have the clear tops. So they're in here for now. They might come out though. But I do swear by this one, the Matte Neutrals palette. And then I do have some Graftobian palettes because I just needed them. I just bought new ones because, like I said, these have a tendency to crack over time. So this is blush. This hasn't changed. Mainly Kevyn Aucoin. A couple of MAC blushes. This hasn't changed. These are my highlight and contour powders. MAC, Rocky Cazzetti, CoverGirl bronzer, which I swear by. A couple of, I think this might be Anastasia or something. But I've kept that in my kit the same for a while. And then I really downsized on my eyeshadows. So, dang, these things are just popping out. This should not be, that needs to just come out because that's going to break. These are my color eyeshadows. So I really had to just pick and choose like wearable brights because really people mainly want neutrals. So I use this palette more. So it's a mix of matte and shimmers. And I'll combine these with these cream eyeshadows up top here and like these colors. So you don't need as much eyeshadow as you think. So that goes in the back right here. And then lastly, I have my skincare and primers. So I bought these bags from Alco and I found they're really handy and they carry a lot of product. So I depotted some things. I have mini versions of some things. But this is my skincare one. So it says skincare right there. So you'll see some of the products I depotted. Like I have, this is where I used to keep my foundations in, my liquids, but they are too big. But I do have NARS toner in there for cleaning, as well as small versions of like some popular products. I use, like I said, the lip gloss tubes, as well as the airless pumps, which I'm trying to go away from these because these kind of break over time. Some spray pumps, and the droppers. So I'll use a bunch of these interchangeably and I'll label them. So this is all my skincare. There's really too much to go through that. Some staples like Embryolisse, some new stuff from like Tatcha, NARS, and Pixie in there. And then this is where I have all my primers and setting sprays. So like I said, you can fit a lot of products. I know a lot of people do this vertical method where they just have it standing up, but I have too much product for that and I find this fits more. Same with foundation. I wish I could just have only a few foundation shades where they could just be in like in those little kit dividers with the bottles standing up, but I have too many shades. So that's why I went with the lip gloss tube method, because they're smaller. Okay, so I have primers. Like a lot of these are small enough where they can stay in their individual packaging. And then I have some sprays. Some of them are depotted, some of them aren't, as well as anti-shine and stuff like that. So I bought some new products over the holidays and various like pro summits from like the powder group. I used my discount. So I'm really happy with my kit. Everything fits perfectly inside. Like it's like a little Tetris puzzle, but it's not really a struggle to fit everything. So that makes cleanup really easy. Oh, I forgot to share a couple of these boxes. This is it, I swear. Okay, so inside here I have a view set container with my individual lashes, lash strips. So I cut them and then I place them in the different rows. And there's probably like 25 pairs in here. I've been doing this for years. Like this is was my lash solution, but it works perfectly in here. And it fits perfectly because this box is long, this box is short, and then I bought these 3 small ones. So inside here I have disposables for my clients. There are some 5-gram jars, lip disposables, Ziploc bags. And here I have the Color Fix by Nessamyrix. This is kind of new to my kit. Different colors in these little dropper bottles. So I'll use this for eyes, lips, face, adjusting, whatever. It's fun to have some bright colors though in case you're doing like some kind of editorial shoot. And then lastly, this is where I keep all of my glitters and pigment. So I had to downsize this. I used to have them in 5-gram jars, but they would spill a lot. So I went with these little, like I said, these tiny little sifter jars. And I have glitters, pigments, as well as liquid sugar, which is like a glitter applicator, one of these brushes to apply glitter with a silicone head, and then this little mixing pan from Stila. So that's it. And it fits so perfectly in there. I'm really happy with everything. So like I said, I'll link everything below. I've also have this in my Amazon stores, my COVID-19 makeup kit upgrade, as well as my makeup artist must-have section. So let me know if you guys have any questions. So I'm super happy my toddler stayed asleep for me to film this video. But yeah, this is my kit. If you have any recommendations I'm missing, let me know. And I will answer any questions that you guys have below. So until next time, I hope you guys have a great night. Ciao, Bellas.